All right, back out here again. Second video today. Second video for you guys. You guys are going to love this. These are lighted mirrors from 10LOL. They were nice enough to send these out for us. We already have 10LOL mirrors on here we purchased. Great mirrors. They work great, but what's better? A mirror with lights. They come nicely packaged. You can see the little dots there. That's the turn signal. So you got to wire these ones in. It'll be nice. And then on the back, it also has this light so people know that that side is flashing. And you're going to be mounting these on here. This happens to be for the passenger side. Then you get the driver side, which is what we're starting with. It has good articulation on that if you need that. And then of course it comes with the hardware, and it has it looks like it has some rubber washers on there too to seal that out. And as always with 10LOL, they have really good instructions, nice colored instructions. Hope you guys can see that. Nice colored instructions there on how to put this in and what you're going to need to do the job. So easy to follow instructions. So if you already have mirrors on your cart, you're just going to be unscrewing the one that's on there and screwing these in. The holes should line up. If you don't have mirrors on your cart, you're going to need an 1/8 inch drill bit to drill the pile of holes. And then they include the 10mm self-tapping screws to mount the mirror for you. And you'll also need a 1/4 inch drill bit, because you're going to be drilling holes in there to chase the wires down in, so you can get the wires down to where your turn signals are. On our cart, we already have the lights, fortunately, so it has the 2 wires that go to the tail or to the turn signal. We're going to tap into those. They don't include the wire taps, which would be nice in the kit. They can't be that much, but they should include those. But what we opted to do is we're using the Wago plugs. We love these things. They make everything so much easier. You can fill the port with dielectric grease to keep them kind of waterproof. The RV industry and everybody's going to these now. You'll see them in all the newer RVs. I know our RV has a bunch of them in it, and we use these for a bunch of projects. So that's what we're going to tap into it with. That way we don't have to solder and heat shrink, and it'll go into the Wago. And then you might need a wire chase to feed the wire down here. We're going to try it without it. If not, we don't have a wire chase with us. We're going to use some stainless steel wire, put a little hook on it. We could probably pull it out, but that's what we're going to do. We're going to take our old mirrors off first, mount the new ones on, and then start feeding those wires down through. So it's still kind of easy as long as you can get those wires out. So let's go. All right, we are on to the first step for us, which is removing our old mirrors. We just have stainless steel self-tapping screws in ours, so we're just going to pull those out. We might reuse the hardware, that way we don't have to drill any more holes for ours. Step 1 done for us. Mirrors off. Now for us, with the new one, the holes should line up. If we're lucky, we can get those to line up. But one thing we're going to have to do is drill that 1/4 inch hole in here for the wire to go through. So we're going to start with our bottom hole and measure up how far that wire is. That way we...
That's passenger side, yeah, picked up.
Oh, thanks, Karen, man.
Yeah.
Passenger side. But driver side, same thing. It's going to mount in there. We still got to find the hole, but we're going to measure from that bottom hole up to where the wire is, so we know where to drill our hole. So let me get a little tape measure to mark that. All right, we got our tape measure out. We're measuring from the center of where the wire comes out to the center of that bottom hole, and we're getting 3/4 of an inch. So we're going to take our tape measure here, measure 3/4 of an inch up from the center of that hole on the bottom, and we're going to mark that right there. That's where we're going to drill our hole. So when you do the other side, it'll be the same thing. It's going to be 3/4 of an inch. Marker top down. So we're going to do that. So now right there is where we're going to drill our 1/4 inch hole to feed the wires. I mean, I think if you want anything smaller for the wires, you probably have a hard time chasing it out of there. So right here, in line with these 2 screws, you want to make sure you're not too far left or right, because it's going to want to stick out. So there we go. Nice cleaned out hole there. I don't know, that didn't sound great, but it is nice. And for us, when you're over here, we'll aim the camera down for you guys. When you're over here trying to figure out where you want to bring your wire out or go through, we're going to have our wire come out down here wherever our drill bit will get in the corner. And then we're going to probably drill a hole next to the bolt. Come up around the front here. Yeah. We're going to have our wires come out of here at the bottom, wherever our drill bit can get in at an angle. Then we're going to bring them around and bring them next to the bolt here, right down through here. That way we got no extra holes showing here. It's going through almost the same spot that the bolt for the mount is. So that's how we're going to do it here. We're going to do our 1/4 inch hole right here at the bottom. So now we hot metal. Now we got our 1/4 inch hole down here too. Now we hope we can get lucky and get that wire out of there. If not, we're gonna have to chase it with some stainless steel wire or something we have around here. Then we'll drill a hole right through here, right next to it here. We're gonna drill one here, and that's where we're gonna bring the wires through. That way we don't have to put another one in, like I said. So let me get this mirror mounted up there, and we'll feed the wires down through. Okay, we're over here feeding this down through, hoping for a lot of luck to get it all the way down through there. I mean, it's almost just enough wire to get to where you need to go. I'm already running into issues. The wire's kind of floppy and it's bunching up in the hole down there. So this could take a while. So we'll get back with you guys once we get this fed down through there. All right, guys, we got our first mirror mounted up here, and we got the wire ran down through. It was a little bit of a challenge, but what we did was we just took the stainless steel lock wire, and we put it up through. We fed it through here. We got it, and then taped it to it and pulled it right down through, twisted the wires on it. It worked pretty good. One thing to note on these mirrors, they are meant to mount on the outside of the frame. So the angle of this is made for the angle of the way this is, but we didn't want it there because of the way the cover closes. It has the Velcro here for it and everything. So we put it on the inside. When you put it on the inside, you're gonna have to tilt your bracket. It's not gonna go perfectly on here. It's gonna be more like this. So it'll allow this to get the angle it needs so it's level up top. So you're gonna have to put one over to here and one over to here, like over to the outside edges, so you get the right angle. And then the top of your mirror will be level. It'll be all right. Unless you want to mount it out here, that's up to you. But with, like I said, with our covers and stuff that Velcro to here, or the one that comes down, it would have just been in the way. So this is where we wanted ours. Now we're going to go down below and wire this one up. We'll show you how to wire this one. Then we're going to do the same exact thing on the other side. Then we'll be done with this project. So let's go down here and wire this up. All right, like I said, for our wires, we got it coming down through the frame, but we want to bring it down through this part of the metal so it's hidden like under the same spot where that bolt is. We don't want to drill any weird holes. So we're going to do a 1/4 inch hole right next to this bolt. Make sure you check underneath that there's nothing going to be in the way. I know there's the aluminum part of the frame under there, so we're clear on ours. Give me back. So we got that hole drilled out. I can see right down through there. So now we're just going to chase the wire down through, and it should come out of the bottom. And then we'll plug that hole with some silicone or something. Reach my hand up under here. Can't see it.
Continue.
All right, we got it pulled through the bottom. That way it's kind of nice and hidden, looks neater. Like I said, we'll fill that hole with black silicone. And then we got this here. We are set and ready to go into our Wago. So we'll get down here and show you that. All right, we are under the front of our cart, and you have the headlight for us and then the tail lights over here. You could kind of see it up here. And these are the wires for it. This is the one for the headlight. And these are the two for the side marker light, which is the two we're going to tap into, because that's going to give us our power, the positive and negative for the turn signal. So we're just going to cut these, because these are bullet ends. See if I can unplug one. You could see that's the bullet end. They're the male end of the bullet, and then the female end. We're just going to chop these off, because like I said, we're going to put them in the Wago plugs right here, and then we're going to fill them with the dielectric grease so they're more waterproof. That'd be nice. So that's all we're going to do is cut these ends off on both of those and the ends off on these and just put in the Wago. So that's what we're going to do. I'll show you that when we get done with that, and then we'll go on the other side and finish that up. All right, guys, we have these hooked up. We just stripped the ends, and you can see the two Wagos. We put dielectric in each one of those, and then you can see we have our light hanging out here just to make it easier to deal with. We just pull it out of the back, and we're going to give it a test try now. Can you turn on the turn signal, please? All right, you can see our LED bulb flashing there. I'm not sure if you guys can see up there. We'll give you a closer look, but that's blinking there, and on the other side of the mirror, it's blinking the arrow, which we'll show you once we get up there. But we're going to tidy these up. Hope you guys can see that. We're going to tidy these up, put this back in the holder, finish the other side, and then we'll show you what they look like when they're done. Looks pretty awesome. Like I said, I definitely recommend these Wagos. They make the job so much easier. You can fill them with dielectric, keeps them waterproof, and if you want to, you could put tape around this to keep the things from lifting up, but I think that's going to be pretty good. So on to the next side. All right, guys, we just end up filling that with dielectric grease. You can see it filled in there. That'll help keep the moisture out. So make sure you do that on both sides, and you'll keep the moisture out when you're driving in wet conditions or anything. So this stuff's awesome. All right, guys, we got both of these mirrors in, wired in. It looks seamless. It's beautiful. Let's show you. I'll turn on this left one. You can look at the back light. You can see that there, and then if you come around to this side, you'll see the arrow of lights. I mean, if you're not going to be on the road a lot or at all, this probably won't matter to you, but if you're trying to get your cart street legal or just be safer, it's a cool install. We like it, and it works. Stand back that way. You can see both of them. We got the hazards on. We got both of them going. So it's pretty nice. They are both working. We want big shout out to 10LOL for sending these to us to try out. They're pretty cool. I mean, our other mirrors were 10LOL also. A little bit different of a shape, but being that they light up, it's kind of cool. It's a probably half hour, 45-minute job if you're at all technical. Just tapping into those wires for the marker lights was nice. If you don't have lights at all, it might be a problem. You probably don't even want these because you won't have the turn signal thing or anything. But pretty easy job. Quick install. I wish the brackets were made for the inside of the frame instead of the outside, so that way we wouldn't have to move the bracket at the angles we have them. But it works, and everything looks great. If you guys haven't done so already, please take a minute and hit that subscribe button down below. Help support the channel. We appreciate that. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so you know next time we post a video. You never know what it's going to be. Lately it's been the golf carts, but we do a little bit of everything on this channel. We got other videos coming up. We're thinking about doing an LED light conversion on this because these are all the halogen type lights. So we're going to switch them over to LED, and that would be nice because we just put LED bulbs in there. They're not that bright. So we're probably going to do that. So stay tuned for that video. And there's probably a bunch of stuff we're going to do on this. We might even get another cart for a project, but these are fun to do. Until next time, guys, thanks for watching. Try something new.
Whenever your heart is broken, don't ever